just wanted to welcome everybody to I Command You to Heal. Welcome to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already, check out some of my other videos. This is a channel where we just kind of let our hair down. Sometimes I'll go biblical. Sometimes I'll just have a chit chat. Sometimes I talk about the current topics. And sometimes I just want to encourage people. But tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about no one cares, okay? But you have to care. If no one else cares, you are going to be the one who has to care about you. Because at the end of the day, everybody is going to blame you. Why did they go there? Why did they date that person? Why did they have sex with that person and ended up with a baby or an STD? Well, I told them about hanging out over there. It's always going to be your fault. And sure, you shouldn't make decisions based on what one may think, but do what's best for you. You know, there's actually a current case going on where, well, actually, I believe that the nurse has been convicted in Richmond, Virginia, actually crushing the bones of infants and sending them home with fractured, injuries. And here it is, you've had your baby, and you trust these licensed, registered people with your help, with your baby's help. A helpless soul. And you have someone who is abusive, neurotic, and just gets off on doing things with the sick behavior, such as crushing a brand new baby, their life form, a beautiful life force without sin, who didn't even ask to be here. We put so much trust in everything and everybody. We put trust in the cars that we drive behind, the brake pedal. When we go to restaurants, we order and we expect for them to cook and follow the health codes of washing their hands and going to the restroom and taking their aprons off, or taking their aprons off and going outside to smoke, or not eating behind the counter or eating in the kitchen. There are so many laws and codes that we trust people to follow. But people do whatever it is that they want to do. I recently went and had sushi with my brother. I really like sushi, but as I was walking towards the kitchen, I saw these guys. They were touching everything and making the sushi with their hands and rubbing, and I was just turned off because I think about the sweat glands. I watch people when they wash hands at Chipotle or wherever these different restaurants are. When you're able to watch them wash their hands, they don't put enough soap. You don't see enough suds. They don't stand there long enough. The water's not hot enough. They barely rinse and they go. And I know even as a kid, when I used to wash my hands, I would be so focused on getting back outside to play that when I dried my hands, that towel was filthy dirty. Because if you don't properly wash your hands, you've done nothing but wet up the dirt on your hands and you're getting on your way. But I wanted to talk to you guys tonight because we are all responsible for ourselves, how we move. I had kind of a misunderstanding, not really a misunderstanding, but a discrepancy with my mother and my brother. They're not in the best health. They're both on different meds. And my mom and my brother, they still choose to grocery shop and eat out, and chili cheese fries, tahini, extra salt, extra hot sauce. You know, they order all this water. They don't really drink it. Spending big money on Sparkletts water. I mean, like the alkaline water. Don't really drink it. Don't really push. My brother spent $600 on a juicer. That thing is sitting in a box, and Lord knows I've been on this weight loss journey. I've already lost 40 pounds, and I'm so tempted to just take the shit. I honestly don't even think that he'd know that it's gone if I were to go in to the kitchen and just one day just take it and start using it for myself. But I wanted to say all of that to say this. When it's all said and done, if one of them are to fall ill because they have neglectfully they just didn't take care of themselves properly, they didn't change their diet, they both have had warnings now. You have to leave your trust. You have to trust the people that are assigned to take care of you. They might not like you. They might not like you because you're black. They might not like you because you're fat. They might not even like you because of the reason why you're in there. They probably will look at you as someone who is lazy, who doesn't value life, who's poor, and who makes poor decisions, and will treat you accordingly. The last thing you want to do is end up in someone's hospital if you don't have to be in someone's hospital. That's the last thing you want to do, is to have some sort of caregiver who's not even really originally from here, who does not care about you, who does not properly take care of you or properly clean your house or clean up after you, properly feed you, properly clean you. Should you end up having a stroke and mess on yourself, don't want to change your linens because they feel like I'm tired and you do this shit all the time and I'm not changing your linens until it's time for me to leave. There's all types of ways to be put in a position to where you are helpless and you can only accept the help that's given to you. And I'm telling you guys, before you end up in such a predicament, I want you to think about it. I think about all the people that caught COVID that ended up in the emergency room. Even the more severe cases, they had to put all of their trust into these doctors and into these nurses that weren't even trained. They didn't even know what to do. Though they pretended to know what to do for these people, they had no idea, no clue what to do for them. And here it is, they put them on some type of machine that pretty much blows their lungs and puts them in the grave after all. When all you had to do was stay at home. Some, not all. Some people just caught it. I think it had something to do with blood type, in my opinion. But a lot of people, they got COVID because they didn't believe it was real. They didn't wear a mask. They did not stay at home. They did not properly stay away from society. They were having parties. They were going to funerals. They were going to weddings. They weren't doing what they wanted to do. And they weren't just going to essential stores. You know, they were adamant that, look, I'm grown, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to go to the homie's house. I'm going to hook up with her. I'm going to lay down with him. I'm going to do what I want to do. And they have suffered a senseless near death or a death experience because they made the wrong choices. So I'm saying all of that to say this. You are responsible for you. And if you can help it, I'm encouraging you. Do everything you can to take care of you and to avoid going to the hospital, going to these emergency rooms. Don't you know, I know a few people that went in for one thing and came out with a totally different sickness. You have 40, 50 people sitting in one room for 13 hours hoping to be admitted. And you go in there because, I don't know, you cut your foot on some glass in the kitchen. But you have several people in there with the same condition, the same communicable diseases. And you go in there hoping to get stitched up for one thing, and you come out with another and end up infecting your family. When all you had to do was keep some slippers on your feet and sweep your house properly. You guys, I'm telling you, and I just want you to heed to the warning. If you can, stay out of these emergency rooms, stay out of these urgent care places, make better decisions for yourself. If you go to the doctor and they tell you your cholesterol is high, you have high blood pressure, hypertension, whatever it is they tell you, excuse me, that's going on with your body, please take heed to it. Do what you need to do. My mother, they told her something was going on. I did the research. I sent her information, things that she could eat. And tonight at 9 something, she's actually frying French fries and made chili. About to eat some chili cheese fries. And it's like, are you serious right now? You're going to make yourself some chili cheese fries after you've been told about your health and the concerns? You spend all this time. You clear out your day to get up, to shower, to drive all the way down to a place full of sick people where you're just a number. They just go through the motions. They tell people all day that they got AIDS. They tell them they got cancer. They tell them all kind of things. Do you really think they care about your blood pressure? They're dealing with patients with bigger fish to fry. And some of these doctors and nurses, this is a normal thing for them. They tell people they got 90 days. They tell them they got 6 months to a year to live, y'all. They come in and they tell you what's going on with your body. It is up to you to make the change. Because they could care less. They're trained to put a Band-Aid on you and push you right out the way. If you don't do, they can recommend you do some things. But if you don't change your ways, y'all, it's on you. And so, I'm not going to lie, like, my feelings were hurt because here I am like, hey, I've been encouraging you. I want to see my family live longer. It's not that many of us. And she turns around and attacks me. And does a personal attack towards me. Not physically, but she verbally attacks me to mess with my mental. And at first, flesh wanted to, I didn't want to lash out. I didn't want to disrespect my mom or anything. But I'm telling y'all, my flesh wanted to say, well, F it then. Whatever happens, happens. But the spiritual man in me that stands up whenever I need him to, when I need God, I swear. That's why it's so important to stay connected and have a prayer life. Because the things that you used to say and do, you don't do them anymore. And the Holy Spirit just told me, don't say anything. This is things that I need to pray for. And if I need to go ahead and go into intercessory prayer for these people. Because there's obvious addiction there. There's a food addiction. Some people have a nicotine addiction or alcohol addiction, drug addiction. But there's definitely an addiction there. And people are addicted to eating wrong or just straight up making the wrong decisions. They're not aware. The last thing you want is to have a stroke and only one side of your body works. And you got to rely on somebody to wash you. You have to rely on somebody to help you in and out of bed. So I'm saying all of that to say, y'all, even if I can't get through to my brother, even if I can't get through to my mother, I'm getting through to me, and I'm hoping that I can get through to somebody in the land of YouTube. Y'all, do your best, make better decisions, begin to plan. Her excuse was, well, when I go in the grocery store, I'm just hungry, so I just start picking up stuff. And I'd say, well, I don't know about you guys, but, I sit and I look in the refrigerator and I make a list. I done bought all of the salad stuff. I love salad. Do a grilled chicken salad or do grilled chicken tacos. There's recipes where you can just enjoy life and cook in a better way to where you don't put your health at risk. They don't have any type of interest in that. And then not only do I have to pray for them, but I have to pray for myself. And I have to understand I have a journey. Everyone has a journey in their life. And sometimes, y'all, as hard as it is, you have to respect people's journey. So, I had a friend. She wanted to continue to date a married man, trying to get pregnant by the man, and allow him to abuse her. Even though I tried to bring the light to her and say, hey, I want to encourage you and I'm going to be praying for you. And she's telling me she's crying, she's tired, she doesn't want to be in the situation. As soon as she felt better, she ran back to him. And I'm sure he's laughing to himself. Like, yeah, your friend thought she could help you, but look at you now. And he is gloating because he has complete control over her. Even though she had and still has the power to make the right decisions. But I had to step out the way and say, you know what? This is your journey. And no matter how hard you're making it for yourself or how easy you choose to make it for yourself or try to make your own way out, I have to step out of the way because it's your journey. I love my mother and my brother, but if they choose to not eat right and they eat chili cheese, French fries tonight, my brother just ordered fish and shrimp. And now, chili cheese French fries? I had to go. Because I don't know if my habits were ever that bad. Maybe they were 40 pounds ago. But I've lost 40 pounds and counting. But I've made up in my mind. I said, you know what? Sometimes on your journey, you not only have to be self-aware and stop your old behaviors, but you have to stop being around people who don't share the same interests as you do. I used to get so mad at these dating shows because I would look at Blind Date and they'd say, well, I'm a vegan and you're just going to order meat in front of me, and that's an animal, and I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're eating an animal. I can't believe you're eating flesh right in front of me, those poor animals. And the date would harass the other date. And the other date is like, look, I'm a carnivore for life. This is what I do. This is how I get down. I love me some steak. And you can sit there and you can eat rabbit food all you want to, but I'm going to do me. Well, it will be obvious that there was not a match. And they could have respectfully went their way. And I'm saying all of that to say, everyone has a journey. If your journey is to be vegan and you are offended by anyone who wears leather or suede or eats eggs or fries their French fries in animal fat, you have to find your tribe. And if you are a meat eater, you want to go over there with the meat eaters, cool. Y'all can have a club steakhouse where you guys every Monday get together and choose a steakhouse and do reviews. I don't know. But my whole thing is find your tribe, find like-minded people, and don't be offended when people are not a part of your tribe. And in my opinion, I can't be offended that these two who are closest to me and my family, they're no longer a part of my tribe because my mind is different. My will is different. My goals are different. And even though I love them dearly, I can't be a part of that. I can't be a part of the sugar spaghetti crew. The Kool-Aid with extra sugar crew. I can't be a part of that. I'm trying to monitor things. My insurance really sucks right now. So I'm really trying to abstain from doing stupid stuff. Even when it comes to eating sugar, I've cut back on so much sugar. I don't want any cavities because the way that my insurance is, they'll snatch your tooth out before they fix it. Okay? Or they'll fix it, but you'll end up going to some type of franchise like Western Dental, where you're dealing with people who are not properly trained, or they are dentists that passed with a C. And you ain't got enough money to go to UCLA or USC and sit in the chair of dentists that are highly trained. No, you don't have money. You don't have $20,000, $40,000 to sit in their chair. I'm in California, y'all. So I know what I'm up against. It don't make no sense for me to eat Skittles every day or fall asleep with peppermints in my mouth, and my teeth rot out, and then all they want to do is either pull your teeth or fix them incorrectly. So you have to really live on the defense right now. Anyways, I'm done being on my soapbox. But 3 things we've learned. Respect other people's journey, whether they are choosing to go left or right. You have to respect it. Sometimes it's just painful to watch. Number 2, you don't have to watch them. You could be about your own business, bettering your own self, concentrating on your own life, cleaning your own house, abstaining from old habits that will put you in a situation to where you do have poor health. Your mental health is bad. Your teeth are bad. You know, you'll be in an unhealthy, combative environment. Concentrate on you. Love yourself enough to remove yourself from situations and abstain from behaviors that will put you in places that you don't want to go. I remember when I was younger in my 20s, I got so drunk, y'all. I think I was in my 20s at Fridays, and I told the bartender it wasn't my birthday. And he just kept making me, this is when Adios MFs came out. He just kept making them, and I just kept drinking them. I didn't have to drink all of that. I didn't, but I did not make the decision for me to say, hey, you know what? I'm done drinking. Hey, you know what? I like to be in control of me. And y'all, I swear I was sick as a dog. I had to have a friend drive me home. And I could have made the wrong decision of driving myself home. But I knew from then on, I said, I don't really want to be that wasted. Because number one, I don't like the way that I feel later on that night or the next day. I don't like the way that I look. I look sweaty. My facial muscles relax, so you don't look as fresh and as beautiful as you did when you started off the night. You say things and you do things that you would not normally say when you're under the influence. You make calls that you normally know that you wouldn't or shouldn't make when you're under the influence. And I had to make the conscious decision to say, you know what? That's not me. I don't want it. And I'm going to abstain from that. A glass of champagne, 2 glasses of wine, a small buzz is enough for me. Everything in moderation. That's it. So, control yourself. And number 3, y'all, forgive yourselves and make better decisions. And you're going to have to grow a tough skin, because people are going to think that, oh, that's the first thing they said. Oh, just because you lost some weight, you think you're better than us. No. I don't think that I'm better than you. I'm here to encourage you and say, hey, I did it. And you know I was part of your tribe. You know how I know we get down. But I made the conscious decision to change, and you can too. But sometimes people are just not ready to hear it. They're not ready to change. And that's okay. You know why? Because you've already planted a seed for them. They can think about it. Or the minute they start getting scared because that left eye gets to twitching and that left arm gets to feeling a bit numb, they're going to think about everything that you said. And hopefully they'll get it together. Hopefully mercy will be granted. But if not, they will forever know. They can't never ever say, hey, nobody even said nothing. Nobody told me. Y'all saw me going a certain way. You didn't even tell me. No. I loved you enough to tell you whatever you choose to do with it, that is your own journey. Most of all, you guys, forgive these people. Forgive them and allow them grace and still love on them. I don't kick it over there and I don't dine with them the way that I used to, because I already know. I used to go over my mom's house like every week. And the minute I stopped going over there every week and going like once every 2 weeks, I found that I started to lose weight. Because if you kick it with them, you're going to become just like them. I was getting more like them. And I went over there. I'm like, hey, y'all want to come to the gym with me? I got passes. Hey, y'all, we should get into a aqua aerobics class. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Don't hear nothing else about it. Hey, you want me to pick you up? Like we were talking about the gym, the aqua aerobics? Yeah, I'm just so tired. Probably another day. It's always something else. They're not interested. And that's okay because they're not in the same frame of mind. They're no longer your tribe. And that's okay. But you just keep praying for them in the spirit. You lift them up. And you continue on your journey. You can continue to produce results for yourself. This year I've committed to myself health, my credit, and forgiving myself. Those are the 3 things that I have decided that I'm going to do for myself. And with those 3 things, I'm so busy. I don't have time. I don't have time to mourn the fact that people are deliberately making decisions that are leading to destruction. You can notice it, mention it. Hey, out of love, I'm not coming for you. I'm not trying to attack you, but I did notice this and that, and I really hope you get it together. And then you leave it alone. You leave it on the table. You said what it is that you needed to say, leave it on the table, and keep it pushing. And keep focused on your own personal goals. And don't let anyone else distract you. Don't let anybody's bad decisions distract you, because you're not going to change them. They're going to be who they are, y'all. So don't stop your life. Don't stop your journey to help somebody else, because a lot of times they want to hate on you and they want to pull you down to where they are. They're not interested in you pulling you up. Okay? Or you pulling them up. So y'all stay focused in the 2025. Make this year all about you. And I guarantee you, once you improve your life, once you reach your goals, it is then and only then that you are good for others. But until then, if I'm a mess, I am good for no one, not even myself. Anyways, I'm Nikki St. Clair. You could have chose to be anywhere, but you chose to drop by here, and I'm forever so grateful and thankful. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall talk to you later. Peace.